Greetings everyone, in this video I'll be sharing with you 5 tips to make your Space Marines look a little bit more grimdark, or if you're just wanting some tips to make your Space Marines look cooler, then this is the video for you. So it's all good and well me having a channel teaching you how to paint in the Grimdark style, but sometimes I don't always go ahead and show you some kit bashing, just little things that I add to my miniatures. So in this video I want to go over some 5 little easy tips that you can apply straight away to your Space Marines or any of your painting projects. Now the first thing I want to talk about is battle damage. And just simply by adding a little bit of damage before we've even primed our miniature can really enhance the look of our Space Marine. And to do this, I've just got a scalpel and I'm just slowly working my way around, adding some scratches, cutting some little dinks out here and there. And overall this just makes everything look that little bit more weathered and a bit more lived in, as though this guy has been through years of battle. To make bullet holes, it's just a case of getting a drill bit and just drilling a small hole, then getting your scalpel and then just roughing up those edges, because bullet holes don't always look perfect, just in case it's ricocheted off, but just adding a little bit of ruggedness around it. It's just a case of sticking your scalpel in and just chipping away and doing like a circle motion, and that'll just create a little bit more ruggedness around the bullet hole. You can vary the depths of these depending on how many bullet holes and how deep you want those impacts to be. Next up, I'm going to add some pipes and wires, and to do these first pipes I have used Green Stuff's World Pipe and Tentacle Roller Kit. This is a really good, easy, versatile tool that I think you should have in your arsenal, especially if you're creating things like this on the regular, and it'll just overall help you create certain pipes. And if you've got alien type creatures, you can also get some tentacles. Alternatively, for wires and pipes, you'll already have these in your home, and these can be old cables, old plugs, any sort of USB cable that you don't use or you've just got lying about the place. If you strip them and get the little wires out of it, these make really good pipes or wires that you can just attach in and around the wrist to make interesting shapes or bracelets, anything like that, if you just want to add these in and around your miniature. Next on the list is some copper sheeting to make some tabards. You can even make flags or even cloaks or capes from this stuff as well. It's a fantastic utility to be able to create lots of weird and wonderful things. Now, obviously most Space Marine kits do come with these tabards. They do look a little bit finicky and not always real, but if you wanted some like I've done that look a little bit longer, and the beauty of these is because it's malleable and you can cut it up into different shapes and sizes, you've got a lot of variation going on in there. And the nice little thing is, because it's super flexible, you can twist it and mold it, and if you want to get like a dynamic pose with it flowing behind it, you can also do that as well. And also with these, you don't have to soak them in anything, and if you just want them to stay in that shape, then 9 times out of 10 you might have to readjust them. Once you've painted them, you can move these and they'll stay fixated in place. Next up comes chains. I don't know why, but chains on Space Marines and in the Grimdark style just look cool as hell. And again, these come from jeweler stores. You can go on places like Temu or online or your hobby stores and get different varying shapes and sizes again of this chain. And I typically tend to get a couple of different ones depending on what it is or project that I'm painting, and I can add these around weapons, around belts, and they're really good for like if you've got gaps, if you've been kit bashing a miniature and you want to hide some gaps, or even if you've just done like something on the wrist and added a different gun and there's a little bit of a gap, you can easily cover these with chains. And then from these, which moves on to our next tip, is just lots of different trinkets and of course skulls, and you can attach these to the chain, to the backpack, anywhere on the miniature. These are just going to automatically, this is probably the best tip, just stick skulls on everything and it'll automatically make everything look a little bit more grimdark. And last but not least, to make your miniatures look more grimdark, is the addition of candles. Now, I've obviously got a 3D printer, so I can 3D print my own candles. However, there are a lot of companies out there that sell these already online or in your local hobby stores. Green Stuff World have a little box of these where you can pick them up and you can just get different varying sizes of candles. Alternatively, if you do want to make your own, we do have a video over at the Grimdark Compendium where Carlos shows you how to make these amazing candles just from wires. But adding candles to me really does lean into that Grimdark aesthetic. It gives it a certain mood, and it also makes everything that little bit more gothic. Now, a little tip as well. Now, in previous videos I have gone in there with some candle, like to make some candle wax and use some UV resin. Alternatively, you can just use the super glue like I've done and drag it down, and that'll just give the miniature a little bit more of a 3D impression for then later on when you're painting it, it can look like candle wax strips. Now, obviously, I think it goes without saying there's a lot more to this than meets the eye, which is, you know, placement and making everything tie together and the feel of it. I think that's a discussion for another video. But alternatively, if you do want to check out some more amazing kit bashing ideas and more Grimdark things that you can add in and around your miniatures, not just the Space Marines, then I'd highly recommend going over and checking out the Grimdark Compendium and even some of my videos where I go a little bit more in depth on the theory and placements and different little additions you can add to make everything look that little bit more grimdark and cooler. Now, if you have enjoyed this video and you'd want to see maybe a part 2 where I go into some texturing or 5 more little things that you can add to your miniatures, some different ones, then please let me know in the comment section below. And if you have and you are going to try out some of these, then hit that like button, and that'll just let me know that you've enjoyed it and you maybe want to see another one like this. Now, I think it does go without saying as well, there are other ways that you can kit bash your Space Marines like this one in the video, and if you want to see this, you know, it's how to convert Stormcast miniatures and turn them into Space Marines. If you do want to see this video, let me know in the comment section below. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one.